Hi guys, welcome to your pick a card reading. Just focus in and pick whichever best works for you. If you've got to pause it to take a look at it, go ahead and do that. Right here we have the Grand Lux Tarot and a fluorite crystal heart. We have the Light Seers Tarot and Desert Jasper. And then we just have a regular tarot deck and a green aventurine heart crystal. So just take some time, focus in, see what message most resonates with you. Hi, Pile 1. If you chose the heart-shaped fluorite, you are at the right pile. So fluorite is amazing. It's for spiritual awakenings. It's for clearing mind clutter, connecting with your higher self, for protection. It helps in dream states with nightmares as well. If you go to shops, crystal shops, at least the one in Houston called Mind, Body, and Soul off of I-10 across from the IKEA in Memorial, you can get lamps made of fluorite, little night lamps, just like you can get the Himalayan salt lamps and stuff like that. So you can get them in fluorite, and like I said, it helps with dream states, spiritual awakenings, connecting with your higher self. It's for protection, clearing mental clutter, helping to focus, things like that. So, welcome to my channel. Everything you need to know about me is in the description of this video below, including how to get personal readings with me. Please help the algorithm in getting the message out with all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate them so much. If you don't like shuffling, you can fast forward. Please assign identities and genders how you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's about leveling up through energies. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so let's get into this power. Please, Spirit, please share with me what are the overall and most significant things Pile 1 needs to know at this time. Please, Spirit, what are the overall and most significant things that Pile 1 needs to know at this time? Please, Spirit. What are the overall and most significant things that Pile 1 must know this time? Bottom of the deck. You're already starting out great. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is definitely associated with good luck, especially in the upright. If it was an upside down, we'd be taking a turn for the worst. It can also mean change, and then it can also mean fate and destiny, and that the divine has their hand in this. It also has to do with cycles and karmic cycles. So this is the card that'll be permeating the entire reading. So let's get into this. Okay, pile one. Your first card out and the energy that you are in at this time is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about options, and the guidance with this card is not all of your options are great. And if you don't make a choice, they'll be picked for you because they'll disappear. I get this card a lot when I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. So you might be in a state of overwhelm or have a bunch of options, things you got to do, stuff like that. In your difficulties, you have the Sun card, which Sun card is the happiest deck. It's the bright, it's illumination, it's joy. It's also a Leo card. So in your difficulties, you could be having some difficulties with a Leo. You also might be having some issues with something being illuminated. So there could have been some change coming in that's overwhelming you because something was illuminated. The light was shone in the dark. In the recent past, you have the High Priestess. She is the keeper of secrets. She's all about intuition. Secrets and intuition are usually what she's about. She also shows up people who are celibate and things like that. She can represent tarot readers or spiritual people that you have gone to visit or have given wisdom to you. Additionally, with that, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the wounded warrior. So I associate this card with that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. So this is what he's about. So it's like one thing after another, after another, after another, and you're just getting up and doing it again and putting that guard down. It's either like you knew a bunch of stuff was just going to happen relentlessly, kind of, or this person has caused a bunch of things to happen over and over, or there's some relentless energy work that has been done. And energy work, it doesn't have to just be like, well, nowadays you can go online, right, and just pay for somebody to do spell work or energy work. But it can also mean like writing out negative affirmations. It can be gossip. It can be slander that lends to a negative vibration where we feel like a bunch of bad luck is happening, right? And really it's just our mindset and some and we're causing these energetic stuff to happen ourselves, that, or we hired somebody to cause it. Your goals are, because you're overwhelmed and emotionally overwhelmed, is to kind of leave the past behind and move on to a better future in the Eight of Cups. So you're abandoning the goals to abandon the chaos and move on to brighter, bigger, better things, brighter things. In the near future, you have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is usually very sweet, very innocent. It can represent a child. It can represent a Pisces specifically, or a water sign. They're typically emotional, like a child, and express their emotions like a child because they are the least evolved person in the tarot deck. They're at the child level, so not a knight, not a queen, not a king, where the king is completely emotionally stable, has an very high emotional IQ, can express his emotions. This is just a young child, so associated with sweetness, innocence, crushes, tiny messages like on Facebook and Instagram, like a little like and stuff like that. You see yourself in the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is all about victory, recognition. It can be about public posts. So just winning. All I do is win. You know, like you're getting some recognition. Everybody knows something. They know you. They think you're a winner. Or you feel like you're winning. Okay. And pretty much everybody around you, friends, family, coworkers, feel the same way. This is the Chariot. It's also a card about winning. It's also a yes card. These are both yes cards. This is a yes card. So they just see you moving ahead, going forward with your goals, charging ahead. This card can also indicate travel, especially by car, if you have, or if you drive for a living, or if you're going to be passing a driver's test, something like that. But it's usually associated with moving ahead, moving forward, charging ahead. Your guidance is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is the loyal, stable, and committed knight. And the Pentacles are the slowest moving element in tarot because it's the earth sign. So he's the loyal, stable, committed knight. He does things one at a time, one foot in front of the other. Very, very methodical, incredibly dependable. But everything with him takes a minute. And so he's your guidance. So take your time with whatever is going on. It looks like, people are kind of seeing you want to like go full speed ahead at this time. Just make sure you're taking your time doing it. And it could be that, you need to take your time with your emotions, or take your time with a message, or not get emotional and stay grounded with some sort of message coming in, or being patient with your emotions, things like that. Because those are beside each other. Your outcome is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can mean like you're ignoring something, right? You're not dealing with something. You're not looking at it. You don't see something that's right in front of you. You've forgotten something. Boredom is the most associated with this card, and reevaluation. So that's in your outcome. So how you have so much going on and you would be bored, I don't think so. I think it's more like you're not facing something, or you don't see something. And so my dog is behind me. So I feel like if your goal is to move on and leave the past behind because it's so overwhelming, and to move on to like a brighter future, there's something you're not facing or you're ignoring about that at this time, or you're just not dealing with it yet. Like it's a goal, but not yet. It's a goal. And these are right beside each other in the spread. So this is interesting. So you're in a state of overwhelm. You have, there's a big change or chaos is permeating the deck. In the past, you had some things happening over and over and over. You're overwhelmed because there was something really showing on you. And you see yourself as victorious. Everybody else sees you as victorious and moving forward. If it's moving forward in a love connection, just take it slow. And if you really want to leave something emotionally taxing and overwhelming behind, you gotta face it. You gotta face it. Okay, you got to face it. You can't ignore it. All right. So that is interesting. Let's get some truth. I want some more clarification. Because all it is like telling me is like, something happened. Stuff happened. It's all good. Mostly, but something happened. So this is the Get Your Truth deck. That's what the cards look like. The card I just saw was winter solstice, so something in the winter coming up or in the past is meaningful to this. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What is the most significant and overall most important things for pile 1 to know right now? What are the overall most significant things for pile 1 to know at this time? Please, Spirit, please share with me. Bottom of the deck. Repeating the past is the bottom of the deck. So some change came in and we're repeating the past and we're overwhelmed. We want to move on, but we're not facing it. Let's take a look at what else. Low vibes. First card. Energy clearing. So Himalayan salt bath, sage, Palo Santo. Get that up and going, y'all. Be confident, which it looks like these are all both definitely about confidence. 100%. 100%. Shift your focus. So, and that's going right over low vibes. That's hilarious. So if you're in low vibes, if you do some energy clearing, it should help shift your focus, help with your confidence. Lurking. Okay, and that's another thing. You might need to clear out some negative energies that are spying on you. You know, if you have a platform or you don't have a platform, whatever is going on with you, people are watching you and they watch everything you do. And they are not happy about it. There is evil eye sent your way, and you got to deal with that. And so, you know, if you got some people lurking and spying, and they're basically throwing their energy at you, so make sure you're cleaning it up. Strength, and that's going right over be confident, and that's exactly like the strength card in tarot. Inner strength and confidence, and that card is also, the strength card is about facing your problems. So we have be confident right over strength. We got clearing your energy, lurking. Okay, you got some people lurking. You got to clear that energy out. We have low vibes and shift your focus. So if you're kind of feeling down and out and overwhelmed, shift your focus, clearing your energy. That's going to help because it'll cleanse out other people's feelings and emotions as well. And then being confident actually comes from inner strength. Making good choices builds confidence, builds inner strength. Both of those cards are the strength, represent the strength card in the tarot deck. So this really does look like a situation. So clear your energy out for sure, and it'll put you on a whole new vibration. I'm going to get the Moonology deck for you for some more advice and to see what's going on and coming up. Please, Spirit, please share with me what are the overall and most significant things that pile 1 needs to know at this time. Please, Spirit. Please, Spirit. Please share with me what are the overall and significant things that pile 1 must know at this time. The time for healing, balsamic moon. Yeah, so I would say that goes along with the clearing. So clear your energy out, take a time out, do some self-care. The end of a tough cycle approaches full moon in Capricorn. So you got some stuff closing out. If stuff was happening over and over and over and over, wounded warrior style, that is closing out. It'll especially close out if you clear your energy around your house. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So that sun card was about your pride because, and your pride getting in the way and being prideful. This card can sometimes, it's usually represented like there's a guy on a horse holding his staff up in the air, like he's not on a horse in this one, so it didn't make me think about it, but this card usually can be in the negative sense, being on your high horse and a little bit egotistical. So if you're having some issues, oh wow, here we go. Confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So more about that confidence. So confidence, it comes from within, and it's making positive decisions for yourself constantly and using that inner strength. So if you're in a space where it's coming off a little egotistical right now, just dial it down. Dial it down, but you absolutely need your confidence. So I would say work on your solar plexus chakra. You can find YouTube music or wherever you listen to music. Work on healing your solar plexus chakra and strengthening it. It's the yellow chakra on top of it for your inner child. So wearing yellow, eating yellow things. There are different crystals that you can use in meditation that help heal that. So working on your solar plexus chakra and clearing out your energy. I think it's going to do a lot for you. We got a lot of repeaters here, a lot of repeating cards. I love that. Love that. Love the confirmations. But you got to deal with your stuff. You got to have the confidence to deal with your stuff without being an ego, prideful, and arrogant. That's what it looks like. Okay, so let's take a card from the Miracle deck to give you some advice overall, just going forward. I love this deck because it just takes one little card. So these are the 3 cards permeating the deck, right? So we had the Wheel of Fortune. So that can represent change and chaos and things turning and tables turning for sure. Repeating the past. And a time for healing. So if some sort of chaotic change came in that's kind of like a past, it feels like a past cycle repeating itself. We saw that that's gonna it's gonna come to an end, but it looks like just gotta have some confidence to face it and let that cycle go and walk away from it. Use some inner strength. Please, Spirit, please share with me, what is one single significant overall piece of advice for pile 1 to take with them moving forward in this situation? What is one overall piece of advice to take with them moving forward? We have interesting stories. Interesting stories. Everyone has an interesting story. If you cultivate the habit of asking about it, your life will be much better. So if you become more focused on others and help others and do for others and ask about others, it's going to also help you win, right? The more you help others, the more it helps you. There's like a quick saying for that, but I can't remember what it is right now. But it is definitely an age-old thing where the more people you help, the better off you will be abundantly, financially, love-wise, support-wise, things like that. So, and it'll help build your confidence too. You never know what you can learn from other people. So that's what I have for you. Pile 1, please help the algorithm out to get the message out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal reading with me, how to do that is in the description of this video below. Have a great week. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the desert jasper or polychrome jasper and the light Sears tarot, this is your reading. So desert jasper, or I saw on the internet, it also is called polychrome jasper, but I knew it as desert jasper. And I got this piece at Mind, Body, and Soul in Houston, off of I-10 in Memorial, across from the IKEA. Okay, so it's a grounding stone, and it assists with healing your root chakra and your solar plexus chakra. So if you need some energy, you need some vitality, some confidence, this one is for you. Yeah, so grounding and protection, energy, vitality, heals the solar plexus and root chakra, helps with confidence and getting you going. So very, very great stone. I guess I must not have been able to find it in a heart that day, or couldn't pay for a heart, but I needed desired the desert jasper. Oh, welcome to my channel. Thank you. Please help the algorithm out in getting this message out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you so much for them. And how to get a hold of me and everything you need to know about me, especially for personal readings, is in the description of this video below. If you don't like shuffling, fast forward. Not every reading is going to be for you, and that's okay. So if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. And please assign the genders and identities as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's a development and process and involvement through energy. All right, pile 2, let's get into this. Please share with me, what are the overall most significant things that pile 2 time? Please, Spirit, please share with me the most significant things that pile 2 must know at this time. Must know. Okay, so bottom of the deck we have Judgment, so notoriously known for spiritual awakenings and answering your calling. It's also known with having to make big decisions, and it's those type of decisions where you feel like God is kind of giving you that push. So let's see if what the divine has to say to us today. This is interesting. Go take a look at pile 1, pile 2, because this seems like the almost exact same message coming out in a different way. So if you would like more advice and insight and things like this, at this time in this reading, it looks like it's saying something incredibly similar. And we have a couple of 3 cards that are the exact same cards. So big decision, right, is what this looks like. I'm leaning towards the big decision. Big decision, or, big old tower moment forced you into this spiritual awakening, okay, which is entirely possible. That's usually what happens. So we have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is about moving on into calmer waters. So something happened, which I already see was the tower. Something happened, and you're just kind of moving in to that calmer space with it. Your difficulty is the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is about being overwhelmed emotionally and being like, I can't deal with this anymore. I got to move on, and moving on to a brighter future. In this card, it's hard to see, but there's these cups under the water. That's what these little ripples are. And she sunk them. She sunk all her fire bowls and laughed. And she's like, forget about it. She sunk them and she left. So we have in the recent past, a big old tower moment. So something shocking came in, something happened. You thought things were one way, and then they really ended up being another. It was a big old surprise, and finding out you were thinking wrong about something, or had built some sort of foundation on things that weren't true, weren't right. You totally were thinking it was one way, and it ends up being another. And that is coupled with the High Priestess. So she is an intuitive person. She can represent like a tarot reader or a spiritual person. She also is about secrets and the unknown, and the 5D and above. So definitely you could have had a spiritual download that was shocking, like it was a realization, like, oh my God, I know this, that, and the other, right? And it kind of led to a spiritual awakening, or like a message from God that was kind of shocking. Or like someone like me, like you were watching tarot and it unveiled like a secret or a truth that you didn't know or that was shocking, or like just basically in the past some sort of secret came out and it was like, because you didn't know. It was revealed. It's like that emoji with its mind blown. So your goal is to be the Queen of Wands, and she is also a fire sign, so a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Doesn't have to be. She's very passionate, very creative, very intuitive, everybody's best friend, really great with animals. So just like a popular person, an outgoing person. She'd be the person that starts the conga line or whatever at the party and gets the party going. You know, the party don't stop till I come in. You know that one. Don't stop. That's her. That's her. So in the near future, you're going to have a big old decision to make, and it feels really overwhelming right now because not all of the choices are good. And if you don't make a decision, some of the choices are going to disappear, so you need to hurry up and make one, even though it's really, really, really overwhelming. But it's nice to have options. So you're in a space right now where you're probably on a little bit of a pause or a standstill, and you're looking at things from another way or in another perspective. No doubt. Because you had, whatever this was, you really didn't know. Friends, family, coworkers see that you are juggling a lot right now. You have a lot on your plate with the Two of Pentacles, going back and forth on something. Obviously, it's always about like especially this one, it's like going back and forth on something, or it's like juggling, having a lot of balls in the air, but in this instance, because you have the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and your guidance is Two of Wands, which is to make a choice. Judgment is a decision. I'm inclined to say you're going back and forth on something, and people see that. So your guidance is the Two of Wands. It is to make a choice. You're at a crossroads. You got to decide which way to go. Just know, whichever, with this card, the beauty of it is whatever you choose is the right choice. There's no wrong choice. So these cards together, definitely, it's like, make a choice, make a decision. You're at a crossroads. All of these cards are about decision, major decision, crossroads, overwhelmed. Got to make a decision. Okay. Your outcome is the Three of Pentacles. So that is working together, working as a team, working with people. Some people see this as a third party card. I don't use this one as a third party card so much, but I definitely get it a lot when I'm working together, I'm working with people. So your goal is to be the charismatic, energetic, everybody's BFF, get the party started, queen or energy, and you gotta work with some people. So it could be having to make a decision about a job or people you work with, or just a group of people in general is what it looks like. And that is all it's telling me right now. So let's get you some different type of advice cards, because all it is doing really is telling me something happened. You're moving on to calmer waters right now. You're having trouble walking away from it, and you are seeing things from a different perspective, but you have to make the decision to take some sort of action. And that could be at work or with a group of people or whatever. Like, decision, make a decision is what is screaming. Screaming at us here. I really want to use the Get Your Truth deck again. We used it in the last one though. Yeah, let's just use that one again. I mean, you need to go look at pile 1, pile 2. It's literally pretty much the same reading. So if you want to read some more on it, get some more advice, see some more and different cards. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What is some overall most significant and most important advice that pile 2 needs to know at this time? Please, Spirit, what is some overall most significant and most important advice that pile 2 needs to know at this time? Please, Spirit. awesome. So financial improvements, especially if this has to do with a work situation or group of people at work, in a work situation. So we have decision, calling, financial improvements permeating the reading. On the horizon, returning to you via phone, imbalanced is going over on the horizon, relationship improvements is going over, returning to you, time apart via phone. This is reading it's reading differently, so it's actually reading in the way that I put them down. Most of the time it's like over top of each other, but so something coming in on the horizon is that someone is returning to you or coming back, whether it's a love interest or whatever. It's going to happen via phone, so call, text, whatever. You or them were like kind of imbalanced, which this does that. This does that. And there will be relationship improvements in this time apart. And there could be a little bit more time apart in the future. Okay, so under financial improvements, it would be confident, trust, and then, the word maybe and try again, it's not personal. And then texting you. So that's just more. So just right under financial improvements, it was be confident, trust, maybe you should try again. Nothing, it was nothing personal, and they'll be texting you. So it's just a little more extra advice. Just be respectful while you're doing it. That's another little piece. Okay, so let's pull the Moonology. See what else. Okay, no, let's not. Let's see what their energy is towards you, because I couldn't separate the energy out. So now this is something that looks like something chaotic happened. And it's not showing me that it was a fight or anything like that, or that it was a squabble. It was just like, something happened. You need to make a decision. All right. Please share with me. What is this person's overall most significant feeling towards pile 2 that is coming back? Person that's coming back and is going to call or text. What are their overall and most significant feelings towards pile 2? Spirit, please share with me. The person that's returning, what are their overall most significant feelings towards pile 2 at this time? Please share. Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, grow, change mind, rise from the ashes. So that's like the death and rebirth card that is in this deck, that is in Lightseers, the death and rebirth card. So they're coming back to rekindle something and bring it back from the dead, baby. Let's see. Paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. So maybe were you thrown that somebody liked you? Let's see. If they're coming back, they're in a good place. Passion, insane chemistry, sparks, and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. That's like Queen of Wands. That's like Queen of Wands. She's passionate. She's sexy. She's a workout girl. Separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. Yeah, so if you guys have been in separation like those other cards said, they're acknowledging, no likey, no likey. They're thinking about you in this separation time. Partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. That's exactly how the Queen of Wands is. She's exactly like this. So she's your goal, like as a human being, your goal is to be with her and to work with her. Like, she's fun like this. She's fun like this. So it looks like, you know, having fun, maybe going on a trip or enjoying the time of, you know, the passion and both liking each other. Coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship. Yeah, she's everybody's BFF, and she's passionate. So y'all should approach this, and you know, even though you've got all this passion and things like that, and it could be both embody this kind of energy, take your time, do it right, because it looks like it's like pow pow bang bang right here, right? And the new can be intoxicating, especially when you're both vibing the same and the energy is reciprocated. Cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. And that's going over separation. So if you guys were going through a little bit of a separation, it looks like there's going to be a rebirth of this relationship. Like, that's what they want. It's just up to you if you want to decide and make the choice to build with them. You know, if you're still feeling the passion, go on that teeny day, go on the coffee day, because no matter what, y'all are still hot for each other. And maybe, you know, just be with friends and keep it, you know, in order to take it slow and prolong the honeymoon phase and keep it happy, you know, keep it light and be with friends and vibe with other people and just take it easy, you know, extend your time and keep it light. Y'all's energy very, 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 very reciprocated. So they're going to come out of separation. That's what it says. So stop the pattern. Yeah, stop the pattern. So they're coming out of separation. So this might be a little bit shocking for you, especially if it hasn't happened yet. And especially if you didn't think for a second they were coming out of the dark. Okay, let's get one single piece of advice for you from the Miracle cards. Please, Spirit, please share with me, what what is the overall, one overall and most significant piece of advice for Pile to carry with them at this time? Please, Spirit. What are the overall significant things that Pile, what is one overall piece of advice that Pile to use, know, and have? Piece of advice that Pile to have needs to know. Please, Spirit. Releasing anger. Yeah, so they're coming back. Definitely take it slow. Do the coffee cup date. Do the coffee date because you both are passionate human beings. Very passionate human beings. And passion is so many different things. Sometimes it is, having a bit of a temper. So, that fiery energy is no joke, especially if you are, in fact, dealing with a fire sign and your goal is, in fact, to be with a fire sign. You're going to have to know how to, roll with the punches every now and then. And I would just say, keep it light, and you're going to extend that, just keep it light, have fun, do the coffee date, prolong this, paradise and honeymoon phase with just being chill. Before we express our anger to others, it's best to express our anger as well as our pain to God. He can handle it. Anger projected onto others disempowers us. Anger surrendered to God transforms us. Very transformative. Very transformative. Okay. So, that old saying, give it to God. Give it to God first. I would, this is the divine stepping in, spiritual awakening, God having his finger on something, kind of forcing you into another phase, into another cycle, forcing you to deal with things and face things. So if there were some passionate words exchanged or things done in that manner, deal with your anger yourself before you go projecting it, like it says, onto this other person, because most of the time our shit is our shit, right? And I have a way of, being most comfortable in anger with things when it's really pain that I'm feeling, and I have to slow down and be like, okay, what is it that I really want to say? Well, I'm angry. Okay. Why am I angry? Well, because they hurt my feelings. Okay. What hurt your feelings? Well, they said blah, blah, blah. And then that would mean that I was lying or not telling the truth or intentionally hurt them or whatever. And that's not something I would do. And I wouldn't intentionally do that, So you gotta go backwards, right? And so the conversation with another human being wouldn't be, bah, you suck and you did this to me. That's not going to be received well. What would be received well is, I didn't mean to do that. It hurts my feelings so bad that you would think that of me. And it really upset and hurt me that you felt like that, said that, whatever. So you really have to go backwards from the way you feel. And that is a skill. It is a skill. So if you like what you heard, please help the algorithm get the message out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you would like a personal reading with me, the description how to do that is below. We do a one-on-one Zoom. I record it and you get to keep it forever. Have a great week. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome in. Okay, if you chose the green Adventuring Hearts crystal, and it's just a regular old tarot deck, you were at the right pile. Okay, so green Adventuring is known as the good luck stone, and I try to get any crystal I buy in heart shape if I can get it. If I can find it, if I can afford it, I'll get the heart shaped one. So it's a good luck stone. It's great for prosperity, luck, abundance. It has some healing properties as well. It's great for protection, traveling over water. You can use it in meditation. Your heart chakra is green, so it would assist in healing that. So if you wanted to use it while you're meditating, so I literally have a green heart, right? So that is green Adventuring. So welcome to my channel. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Please continue to help the algorithm out and get the message out with those. I appreciate them so much. Everything you need to know about me and how to get a hold of me is in the description of this video below, including personal readings and how to get a personal reading with me. We do a Zoom call and I record it and you get to keep it forever. Please assign genders and roles as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's an evolvement through energies. It's literally the Fool's Journey, if you ever want to look that up. If you do not like shuffling, fast forward. Not every reading is going to be for you, and that is okay. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it, and in this case you can pick another pile. Okay, so let's get into this pile 3. We'll see what happens. Pile 1 and pile 2 are basically the exact same reading, so this might be a situation where we're having a day of progression, so watching all 3 readings might be helpful and get you every little single piece of advice you need. So let's see if this one's the same or different. Spirit, please share with me what is the overall and those significant things that pile 3 must know and are most significant for pile 3 to know this time. Please, Spirit, please share with me the overall and most significant things that pile 3 know and that pile 3 must know this time. Please, Spirit. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands is about competing, being competitive. It can be a little bit, it can be about conflict for sure. but it's conflict level at crap talk, throwing bows, your mama jokes, stuff like that. So that's the level of conflict it's at. It usually is external conflict and competing with people. So it could be competing with people at work and jockeying at work. It could be actual athletic. It could be competing for the girl or guy at the bar, that kind of stuff. So let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. Sorry. Okay, pile 3. So we have permeating the deck is the 5 of Wands, right? So the 8 of Wands is all about communication and messages coming in, hasty actions, taking action, move, go, and messages over the internet or cell phones, things like that. So we're dealing with some type of communication coming in or action, which is really interesting because you're having difficulties with either a fire sign or taking action, because all the wands are about action taking and passion and creativity and ideas and things like that. So this is in your difficulties. So this king is the King of Wands. He's a very passionate king. He's very sexy, workout guy, everybody's best friend, very popular, scales businesses, usually has a ton of awards, accolades, black belts, whatever. He is that guy. And so in the reverse, he's arrogant, egotistical, social climber. Okay. So it could be that you're having some issues with a person who is like this, or a fire sign, doesn't have to be, or it could be you're having some issues with taking some action on some communication at this time. Let's keep going. In the past, you're kind of on a pause or kind of checking things out and seeing them from a different perspective. 3 of Wands is all about waiting for your ships to come in. It can be about physical distance from somebody or emotional distance from somebody. So whatever this distance is or the ships coming in, you're kind of on pause, taking a look at it, checking it out from every possible perspective. This card can also be about taking a business online. We're going live and online, people. Your goal is the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is all about self-reflection, introspection, being alone, getting answers from within. So it's a goal for you to just kind of spend some time alone at this time and reflect. You see yourself in this Queen of Cups energy. She's a very emotional queen. incredibly forgiving, incredibly loving, incredibly intuitive. She's usually a mom. She's usually a wife. She's the kind of person that mother's like, okay, here's a cookie, go outside, don't do that again. You know, in her negative energy, she can kind of see things with rose-colored glasses and be kind of clingy and emotional. I have a dog. Just take any noises she makes as confirmation. I do not know what is stirring her up right now. So in her reversed energy or difficulties energy, she can be overly emotional, a little clingy, kind of see things with rose-colored glasses on, and then that leads people to think she's kind of dumb because she's a little too forgiving. So just take that how it resonates. It could be that you just like see yourself in a loving, forgiving, intuitive, nurturing space. Other people see you in the Six of Swords energy, so that is like moving on to calmer waters after something's happened, whether that means in a physical state or an emotional state. It could be you're moving or traveling by boat, whatever. But usually it means it's moving on to a more positive mental state or a more positive emotional state. In your near future, you have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is basically the complete opposite of the Queen of Cups. She is very logical. She puts everything on the table. She doesn't BS. She doesn't mince words. She's very smart. She knows her way around things, and around BS and around landmines. She's a great person to go to for advice, but she tells it like it is. So that nurturing stuff, she's not the one you go to. She's the one you go through if you want the truth. Like if you want the truth and for somebody to tell you what is, she's the one to go to. She's also incredibly independent, and she has hella boundaries. Hella boundaries. You know, this one knows her worth. You're not running her over. In her negative energy, which that's not showing up here, but just so you know, she can be incredibly selfish, mean for the sake of being mean, and brutal for the sake of being brutal. Okay, she can also represent like a karmic energy in your life. So a lesson type person. So your guidance is the Strength card. It's pile 1's advice as well, if you want to go back and check that out. So this is all about inner strength, facing your problems, confidence. You know, she's like controlling the lion just with quiet and calmness. So it's like the lady playing the harp for the beast type thing. So you're going to need some courage and confidence, and that is your guidance, because in the near future you're going to either need to embody this energy or you're going to be dealing with this energy. So if you got to deal with this energy, you need to use your inner strength and confidence and just kind of keep calm and chill while dealing with her or the person, he, she, they, while you're kind of going through the mentoring process or whatever is going on with that. So either embody some, tell it like it is, fact-based, put the stuff on the table, boundaries for yourself, and have the courage to do that. Or when you're dealing with this human, just have some inner strength while working with them. Be chill, be controlled, be stable. Your outcome is the Page of Cups. So it's investing in something, giving a gift. If you're in a committed relationship, I usually see it as a possible engagement, but it can be just about giving a gift, money. Sometimes it's an apology, starting something new from a very grounded and stable place. It could be, just it's a new energy, a new grounded energy. So it could be like a new business. Where am I going to invest? It could be an apology, a gift. And then if it's been, if you've been committed, it could be an engagement. So with your goals being the Hermit and looking within, I would say, like, you're thinking about where to invest. You're taking some time to think about where you should invest, what is stable, where you should put this pentacle, who you should give a gift to, who you should give money to, if you want to get engaged, that kind of a thing. So overall, this is interesting. So you're in your heart space and you're loving, and people are seeing you move on from something that might have been challenging. In the future, you might be going to get some advice from a Queen of Swords type of person, or get some advice you didn't ask for from a Queen of Swords type of person. Just be confident and have courage, and and if you need to embody that energy, have the courage to have boundaries and put things on the table and tell it like it is, with whatever you're thinking about, and whatever new beginning you're thinking about, that you're having issues taking action on, in dealing with this conflict. Okay, I'm going to use for the third time, the Get Your Truth deck, so that I can kind of see what direction this energy is going in. It looks like it could have been a fight with somebody and you're not sure what to take action on, or what way you should go with it, or how to start the conversation. But let's just see. Please, Spirit, please share with me, what is some advice? Weighing options. That flew out. What is some overall and most important, significant advice that pile 40 must know this time? Please, Spirit. Overall and most significant advice that pile 40 must know at this time, please. Bottom of the deck is trust. And so we have that with the Five of Wands permeating the reading. So let's take a look. Deep feelings. Trust they have deep feelings. Temporary setback. So if anything's going on, it's been a temporary setback. This ain't big. No blood was drawn. No police were called. Ending. winter solstice, so winter time could have a meaning in the future or the past. Happy outcome is going over temporary setback. Positive energy. So we have deep feelings going over top of winter solstice. So in the winter or in the future, something might happen. Temporary setback and happy outcome. So whatever this was, it was temporary. There's going to be a happy outcome. And then we have ending and positive energy. So normally I do have them read one card over the other, but I think it's not reading like that right now. So just trust that this person has some deep feelings for you. Whatever happened, there's going to be a happy outcome. This was a temporary setback with whatever this ending was. It's just going to require some positive energy to be infused into the situation for a happy outcome. And it could be in the winter time coming up that these things will change for the positive, and you'll have the happy, if I read it backwards, positive energy, happy outcome, winter solstice is the ending of a temporary setback, and there are deep feelings. It's so funny. Gotta read it every single way to see what they're trying to say to you. So just trust the process, trust how things work. We are all co-creating this, and we're all dealing with people all the time, and people can be very people-y, and things can take a minute. All right, so now that we know this is about a human and not just an overall situation, use the heart's hidden secrets. Please share with me, what are pile three's person's overall and most significant feelings towards pile three at this time? Please, Spirit, please share with me. Pile three's person's overall and most significant feelings towards pile three at this time. What are pile three's person's overall and most significant feelings? Memories, reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So trust they are reminiscing about you, and this conflict is on their mind. It is absolutely on their mind. So we have heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions. Hold on, y'all. We gotta do some stuff around here real quick. Okay, I'm back. So the bottom of the deck is memories. So reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So that's just like the Six of Cups energy. So just trust, they are reminiscing and thinking about this fight, okay? heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. They're foggy. Their heart is foggy. They're thinking. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. So if there's a way to watch you on social media or find out what's going on with your friends, some kind of way to find you and look at you and see what you're doing. Shocking, turmoil, trouble, unexpected. So that's very much Tower energy. And then we have rejection, abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear, and that's going over heart fog. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. So that can be kind of Ten of Swords energy. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. That's like a High Priestess energy, which is literally, I think everybody needs to watch all three piles. So that literally was in pile 1, was like either you got a spiritual download that was shocking, or you got a reading from an intuitive person, or somebody that's intuitive gave you some shocking information, or a secret you didn't know just kind of threw you for a loop, or threw them for a loop. This could be the opposite side of one of those readings. It's led them into this obsessed spying place because they're in so much despair, like they're still trying to hold on, so they're trying to find ways to look at you and see what you're doing and how you're doing. So whether that's social media or something else, be careful of the something else's. And then this rejection has completely put them in a heart fog. So the love isn't gone. It's just like, that mind blown where you're like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe this is reality. And you're just kind of like grappling with it, right? That's very much that energy going on right now. So let's see. We'll use the Miracle Cards deck. Spirit, what is one single piece of advice that pile 3 can take and carry with them? What's an overall and most significant piece of advice for pile 3? Can take with them the future. It's the most significant, most important single piece of advice. Please. So we have a chance to grow. A chance to grow. Every circumstance is a chance for you to practice being the person you truly want to be. I actually got this advice in a completely different card, or another way, I can't even remember, but it was literally exactly this advice. So every day you get the opportunity to, we all have an idea of who we want to be and how we want to be seen, and things like that, how we want to help people, what we want to be known for. And each day you have the opportunity to actually get in touch and get in alignment with being that exact person. So it's a choice. So each day make the choice, like, is that who I am? Is that who I want to be? Is that who I am? Is that who I want to be? Is that in alignment with that? And each day it can literally be your goal to be that person and handle things that way and say things in a way that person would say them. Things like that. So we're always in growth and evolution, and it's literally what tarot is all about, is learning and growing and moving through each of these energies. So that's what I have for you guys. Make the choice to be the person you want to be each day. Looks like the other person is kind of in their feels and thrown. This is going to be a temporary setback. You need some positive energy infused into the situation, and a lot of this should clear up by winter time. And just reflect on how you want to apologize, if you want to give a gift, how you want to deal with things. If you want to take a relationship to the next level, you might want to go to get some straightforward advice, or you need to have the courage to put everything on the table in this situation and have a real and direct conversation. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. If you like what you heard, please help get the message out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. It helps the algorithm. If you'd like a personal reading with me, how to do that is in the description below of this video. It is a one-on-one Zoom with me, and I record it, and you get to keep it forever. Have a great week.